When?
Hey folks, I'm here with a longtime Visalia businessman, Steve DeGraw. He owns uhlrubber, and it's good to hear from. I heard from you the other day. Anyway, Steve's had a business here. His family business has been right here in this location. What's the 700 block of East Main Street since 1958?
Yes, sir.
That's a line.
59, actually. 59.
That's where I was born. I was 1 year old. But before that, your family was on
West Main.
On West Main, or West Main. So anyway, the other day, Steve called me and he reminded me of me. His hair was kind of on fire. Man, what's going on? And you've been down here, never had parking tickets. You have one parking ticket because you were literally wrong 30 years ago, but you got two in a matter of a week.
Right.
And the reason was you were 18 inches off the curb, but you had to be because look at this curb, Justin. The curb's so high you can't open the door on some of these cars. Is that correct?
This is part of our problem. The trees are close. On that side, you can't open your door because the trees are close. And again, some of the curbs, mine are not bad, but a lot of them are very, very high.
But for many years, this has always been the problem. You didn't care. I mean, you know, you made adjustments for it. You got off the curb and nobody bothered you. But all of a sudden, in 1 week, you get 2 tickets.
Yep, and I understand enforcing, but my problem was the officer that came out and wrote them would not acknowledge any circumstances whatsoever about the issues we have with parking, the high curves, why we do it. He just wanted to write tickets. And
so you're talking about there's just no common sense being applied.
Not really. We're down here every day picking on merchants and customers. One of his comments was when my wife said, you know, we park a little further off the curb. Sometimes elderly people are trying to get in their car. It just makes it hard. And his reply, again, was, you better take it up with the city. I'm here to do a job. I don't care if they're young or old. And you know, at this point, it's become an issue. Our city has took a lot of money in parking lieu fees, and we still don't have a parking situation.
That's
down
another
here
subject you're talking about because there's
right. But it's the fact that they're down here.
The success of Stack and Barrel House, good for them. They're bringing a lot of people.
No, don't get me wrong.
Impact here because of the great job that they've done, and we need a parking structure built for what they're doing. And there's the money available, but they're not building it.
As far as I can see, this is kind of a catch-22 where we fell through the cracks, and all we are asking down here is to get an ear, listen, solve some problems.
Okay,
get on the agenda, please.
Speaking of problems, if you were saying, boy, I'm running the city and I want to solve the problems, do you think that the number one thing we need to do is hire a couple guys and give a bunch of tickets? Is that what you think is the problem? Because I don't. I think the problem is all these vagrants that are, and you witnessed it the other day when you came down to visit me. We got vagrants, we got bicycle riders on and skateboard riders on the sidewalk, endangering the safety of people. And yet our big concern is the parking. And then tell me, when you took your concerns to the city, what happened?
Well, they did come down and we talked, and he reversed my ticket, but that's just because I made a wave. It doesn't make it right to what they're doing to the average guy.
I agree.
And you know, once I pointed out the facts, but you know, we're back to the facts. You know, let's just make some common sense choices, take care of our merchants. Quit hassling us, and we don't necessarily need a parking structure. We know that's millions of dollars in planning. We need some parking lots, some common sense, so the Barrel House and all these people that we want to prosper on our end of the lane get parking, so we don't have to get tickets.
Right. Well, that's my big thing. I've always said, hey, I want the city to work with us, not against us. Come on, help us out here.
And we're talking about public parking, not parking where I have to buy a pass to park more than 3 hours. Because that does not help my employees, doesn't help their employees get off the streets where we can have merchant parking.
And we want Visalia to be a friendly place where people feel welcome down here, because a lot of things are going on here. People don't feel welcome.
This, you know, that leads us to a whole different subject. We've got our rebranding. We're trying to put the downtown, hometown feel in people, but
Exactly.
you know, we do and we say different things. So, you know, I'm not into politics. Never wanted to be this guy.
You just want to be left alone, right?
Left alone. Make sure we don't fall through the cracks again. As my council member said last week, we kind of fell through the cracks. They're going to make things right.
I hope so.
We'll go by their what they do. So,
Thank you, Steve.
appreciate your
You
time. I just had to meet you, talk to you after.